Hello, and welcome to the 138th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I'm coming to you live here from Casa de Bruckert, where we're going to be having another outstanding IPA from New Belgium Brewing. Today, we're going to have the Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA, as opposed to the last time we had the Higher Plane Imperial Hazy IPA. So this is a tamed down version of the Higher Plane. The Higher Plane clocks in at 8.5% alcohol. This one at a mere 7.5% alcohol. So not a big difference, okay? But it is what they call a juicy, hazy IPA. The beer rates 88 out of 100, which makes it a very good beer. And we're going to pour it into this perfect I Have Beer Issues IPA glass. So I'm going to go ahead and waste no time in pouring this. Now you're going to see this is a lighter color than on the Higher Plane. It's getting a little bit lighter. And it's a cloudy, which means it's an unfiltered IPA. But honestly, if you look at it, it is hazy, but it's not, well, yeah, I guess that is getting a nice hazy in there. If you can see by the color, you can't really see through it because the cloudiness is in there. Now, I might have overdone it on the head, but that is a above average head. It could have had to do with my pour, but I always try and pour a good beer, with a little bit more head so we can get a little bit more of the smells out of it. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting the citrusy, typical New England style IPA smell out of there. And I definitely smell like grapefruit, and I think that's tangerine. And maybe a little bit of mango flavor that's coming through. So you're getting all the typical New England style, juicy, hazy type IPA scents. And I get a mild bitterness even in the smell, which means it'll probably finish a little bit crisp in the end, is what I'm assuming. Sweet probably in the front, and then a little bit of the crisp finish of the IPA. And I don't know, it's hard to tell when you're talking about the fruit flavors in an IPA, but I almost sense that I smell some like almost passion fruit type flavor in there. But it's definitely those more tropical fruit type flavors. The grapefruit, the citrus like the tangerine, maybe mango, passion fruit, who knows. But it's definitely got a nice scent to it. Yeah, definitely nice. And the head is holding. So we're keeping a decent head on that beer, which I like. If you ever have a beer that the head dissipates super fast, it's a sign of not necessarily a perfectly carbonated beer. So this has got a good retention on the head, which I like. It's still holding that nice hazy color for the unfiltered IPA. So let's waste no more time. Let's go ahead and dig into this. Just like I remembered. Very, very delicious. And the smell, the taste follows the smell. So you're getting that, the grapefruit isn't as pronounced as the smell. So I do still get a little bit of the grapefruit, but more of the like tangerine, maybe mango, but definitely not a bitter like the grapefruit type flavor. You're getting more of the That's a nice flavor. It's a very nice IPA. And New Belgium does an excellent job with their IPAs. This whole Voodoo Ranger series, they have the Imperial, they have the Higher Plane, which is a hazy Imperial, and then this one. And all over delicious. I haven't had one that's bad. New Belgium really knows what they're doing with the IPAs. And when you get it in a glass like this, if you ever find a glass like this, make sure you get it if you like IPAs, because this is really brings out the flavor of a nice IPA. I mean, it doesn't have to be a I have beer issues glass, needless to say, but there's a lot of, you can buy glasses just like this, and you know, I obviously got that put on there, but it's perfect for an IPA, this type of glass. So I definitely taste the tangerine flavor more in that. And at the very end, you do get a little bit of the bitterness, which a lot of times in IPAs, especially doing the style IPAs, they don't have a lot of bitterness in there. It usually is a little bit sweeter, but I kind of like the crispness or the crispness, I should say, of the little bit of bitterness at the end. It makes the beer, you know, kind of finish nice for me. You know, somebody else who likes a sweeter might not like that finish, but I like the little bit of light bitterness at the end. Very good. And you see the cool artwork that they do on all theirs, you know, the Voodoo Ranger, the Juicy IPA. They do nice artwork on their cans, and they make great beer. So make sure you check out New Belgium if you like IPAs, especially these newer ones that have come out. You know, they obviously did the Imperial Voodoo Ranger to begin with, but then they added the higher plane, which is the Hazy Imperial, which I like it even better than this one, but this is really good. And then this one, 7.5%. I mean, 7.5% is going to make it more of like a double IPA than actually a regular IPA, because that range 7.5 to 8.5%, that would really be a double IPA. But they just call this the Juicy Haze IPA, and the other one is the higher plane, which is the Imperial Hazy IPA. So they're very close in taste. I would have to give a notch up to the higher plane, just because I like the little bit boozier beer. But they're both very delicious IPAs. So make sure you check out New Belgium. They really know what they're doing when it comes to making IPAs and other types of beers. They do make a very good Belgian style triple also, and other beers. I mean, they're famous for, you know, the other beers, but this one I really do enjoy. So make sure you check it out. Now, if you've enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends about Beer Issues and about all the fun we're having sitting around talking about beer and drinking beer. And if you want cool Beer Issues gear, make sure you go to shop.beerissues.com, where you can find hats, shirts, like this cool shirt that I'm wearing right here, Beer Issues. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.